Hi folks, and many thanks for joining me for episode 2 on my no-nonsense guide to buying a home. I'm going to be sharing some top tips for boosting your deposit in this episode. Your deposit is key in securing a mortgage, so make sure you have a mortgage advisor on side as soon as possible. They know the market inside out, they work within it day in, day out, and they can therefore help you to find the most suitable deal based on your own set of circumstances. We've popped a link in the notes that will connect you with our recommended advisors, so they really will be able to help. With costs spiralling, saving for a deposit might seem like even more of a challenge, so it's important that you make every penny count. The Lifetime ISA, known as a LISA, allows you to save up to £4,000 a year and gives you a 25% bonus on that year's savings, meaning that you could earn up to £1,000 each year. It can be used towards your retirement too, but it's most popular with first-time buyers. A couple can each have one, and you can have a cash ISA as well. But you'll be penalised if you don't use the savings towards a pension or buying a home, and that property has to cost £450,000 or less. So there's quite a lot to get your head around. If you happen to be worried about the inflexibility of a lifetime ISA, then look around for fixed rate savings or bonds. These lock away your money for a set period of time, and they pay better rates of interest than instant access or kind of standard bank accounts. How much should you save? Well, as much as you can. The bigger your deposit, the better. But aim for 5% of the purchase price as a minimum. Bigger deposits can give you access to more favourable mortgage deals and subsequently lower monthly repayments. And some lenders will only consider you if you have at least a 10% deposit to put down. With the average UK house price currently standing at £294,000, I'm afraid that's a whopping 29.5 grand. For the ideal 20% deposit, you'd have to save up nearly £60,000. Whatever it is that you're aiming for, it is important to make a proper savings plan that you can realistically stick to, commit to. I promise you, small lifestyle changes really do add up over time, with the added bonus that canny and careful and clever budgeting that cuts your outgoings will also improve your chances of getting a mortgage. If you want to save faster, then consider some short-term super savings boosters, such as moving to a cheaper rental property, moving back in with the family, or subletting a room if you can. If your work and lifestyle is flexible, house sitting for holiday makers, or becoming a property guardian for a listed property can also provide free accommodation sometimes. You might be lucky enough to have family who can help either with a cash gift to top up your own personal savings, or they can speak to your mortgage lender about perhaps providing some of the deposit. For some people, however, even these measures just won't quite be enough, but there are still some options. In England, the government's Help to Buy equity loan, in effect, lends you some of the deposit to buy a new build. You can borrow between 5% and 20% of the purchase price, or up to 40% in London. The equity loan, your deposit, and your repayment mortgage cover the cost of buying your newly built home. For example, 75% mortgage, 20% equity loan and 5% deposit. It does stack up, it does work out. Of course, this means that overall, you're borrowing more money, some from the government and the rest from your lender. But you won't be charged interest on the equity loan for the first 5 years of owning the property. After that point, after 5 years, then the interest rate rises each year. I think it's important to look into all of the restrictions in this scheme before applying. Devil is in the detail. Make sure you understand what you're getting into. For others, shared ownership can be the lifeline that could get you onto the property ladder. Shared ownership allows you to buy a share of a property from a housing association. It's generally anything between 10% and 75%. You then rent the rest of that property at a reduced rate. If your income increases in the future, you then have the option of buying more of the home that you are currently living in and own a portion of. The scheme isn't restricted to first-time buyers, but again, there are a number of restrictions that you should investigate, and the scheme's a different one from the other. So again, get to know the detail. For more about getting your finances in order in preparation for buying, then make sure you download our ebook that accompanies this series. It's absolutely free and it is jam-packed with tips, I promise you. Just click the link in the notes, enter your email address, and we'll send it straight across to you. See you next time. Bye for now.